Okay, welcome America, welcome Justin Bieber. We are finished with SOL review and SOLs, and now we are moving on to Algebra 1 review. So today we are going to graph 4 problems. We are going to sketch the graph of an equation by hand using slope, y-intercept, and x and y-intercepts, or a xy table. And we're going to do all 4 different types. So let's go ahead and start. We'll start with number 8. Does everybody have a packet or a piece of graph paper? Now I have a new board. This is my new Promethean board. In theory, should be able to write on it, but I have been trying and that hasn't been working. So we're just gonna play it by ear. I think, where's the annotate though? I'm gonna try annotate because I think that works better. There's a little lag time, but we're excited to have the board. Okay, so this equation is written in slope-intercept form. Y equals mx plus b, where m is the slope and b is the y-intercept, and it's already in that form. Are you with me? I know it's been a bit. So the slope is 2. So the if you think about that, slope is 2. That's 2 over 1. The rise is 2 and the run is 1. And the y-intercept is 3. So we're going to go ahead and start at 3. So we go ahead and plot that at 0, 3. And from there, we're going to get the rest of our points on our line. The slope is 2. So this is up 2, right 1. This is a positive number. So we can go up and right. Because every time you go up or every time you go right, it's positive. If you go down or left, it's a negative. So I could also go down 2 and left 1. Because that's also a positive 2, okay? So, but from here, I'm gonna go up 2 over 1. Now I'm running off the graph. So instead of continuing off my graph, I'm going to go down 2, left 1, and plot the rest of my points, and then try and draw a line, and I don't think this has a straight edge, so we'll just use a different color. And pretend like that's straight. There we go, graphed. Look familiar? Any questions? All right, we just graphed an equation using our slope and our slope-intercept form. Number 9, and I can attach this worksheet as well. 3x plus 4y equals 12. Yes, we could isolate the y by subtracting 3x from both sides and dividing both sides by 4, and then doing the problem the exact same way we did number 8. However, we could also use intercepts. I can write on the board. So, in red, I'm going to put in 0 for x. Start with that. So 3 times 0 plus 4y equals 12. Now I can see that if this is 0, 4y equals 12. If I divide both sides by 4, my y is going to be 3, because 4 times 3 is 12. So when x is 0, y is 3. Good? Plot that point. So 0, 3. Now I'm going to put in 0 for y. When I do that, I can see that 0. So 3x equals 12. So 3 times 4 is 12. So when I plug in 0 for y, I get 4 for x. So the other point we're going to plot is 4, 0. Good? And now we just draw a line. And if we had done it the other way, like we did the first problem, we'll get the same thing. Can I move on? The only thing that's weird about this board is that when I write, you can't see, because I have to write like I'm standing in front of what I'm writing. That's fine. All right. Oh, I have to clear this. Is anyone still writing? Okay, I'm gonna clear this by doing this. Okay, moving to number 9, or 10 and 11. Number 10. Annotate. Okay, so for the line x equals 3, that means that every single point on this line has an x coordinate of a 3. So I'm just going to pick some random points with an x coordinate of 3. There's a few of them. So those points are 3, 0, 3, 3, 3, I don't know, 8, 3, -2. A whole bunch of points with an x coordinate of 3. They are all on the same vertical line, and we call that line x equals 3. And that's why whenever you see x equals in a number, it's a vertical line. How are we doing? If it was a horizontal line, it would be y equals and then a number. And then it would be like the horizon, horizontal. Last one. This problem is a quadratic. It's going to look like this. You did a couple of them in Algebra 1, and you're going to do a whole unit on them in Algebra 2. And you're going to learn different ways to graph them. This one we're going to graph using an XY chart. So, if I plug in 0 for x, 0 squared is 0. So when x is 0, y is 0. If I plug in 1, and then I square it, because 1 squared is still 1, I get 1 for y. If I square it 2, I get 4. How are we doing? Now, if I square a negative number, like if I put in -1, what happens? Y equals the entire quantity -1 has to be substituted in for x. So that entire quantity -1 is squared, and that means -1 times -1. Negative times negative is a positive. So if I input -1 for x, I'm going to get a positive 1 for y. Good? Same for if I input a -2. -2 times -2 is a positive 4. So if I plot these points in red, 0, 0, 1, 1, 2, 4, and then -1, 1, -2, 4, we get a nice looking parabola here. And you are going to learn different ways to graph these in Algebra 2. You will learn different forms of a quadratic equation. They're written in different forms. You will learn how to shift them left, right, up, down. So graphing them using, they call them parent transformations. This is called the parent graph. And I think that's it. Any questions?